All right. Hello, guys. Here we are. Now, one of the things that I'm thinking about here is maybe something along the lines of a dead ball, extending that range, being able to get this to land up a little bit farther. You may be able to get this up where you want. So here I'm even thinking gear ball, which I can't find. Just going to try to really kind of extend this and just see if, by any chance, and that's about one per ring. And we're just going to curl it significantly. So you're seeing that I'm using pretty much optimal curl. And you can see it lands up there towards the top. If I can get that second bounce on that fairway, skip it up into this last. And that's definitely what I recommend. However, one of the beauties of this shot is we don't even have to get up to that last fairway. Now, for Masters Division, I didn't expect to see this wind. I was actually pretty shocked when I did. But you could see, this landed up here towards the top. And the more that I can kind of extend that range, the better chance I can get to that last fairway. Now, one of the things that you can do, we don't even have to really worry about getting into that last fairway. Ideally, yes, we will, and then we'll be able to use a thorn backspin shot. Secondly, you'll probably want to equip Machete, because Machete is going to have the range for us to still hold this out. And it's something, with some practice, of course, the hardest thing about the shot is going to be the wind effect. So not only do you have to go the rings, which is typically, I'm thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of maybe 3 per ring. So you have to go that many rings. In this case, it'll be about 5 rings, but you also have to play a significant, 4 to 5 rings on the adjustment with the Machete. And then on top of that, you'll still need to play the wind effect, which is pretty much the hardest part of this shot. However, ideally we'll get up into here and then be able to go for the shot. But what you'll most likely want to do, even if, with the Nirvana, I won't really want to risk. As you can see, if I land on this fairway, I'm done. And I won't be able to backspin it to the hole this way. So you'll see the way that I'm going to play this here. I'm going to play this just about 5 rings, which is kind of an underplay a little bit. So it just catches up there. And you can see that, I did do just a touch of an overplay, maybe just a little bit too aggressive. I did want to make sure that, I was giving it kind of more or less the adjustment, and just kind of hope that it kind of comes in the way that, you would want to do with, say a Machete, for instance. And with the Machete, you won't have to go quite as much. So if I went 5 rings there, the Machete has, a little bit less range. And since it doesn't have the distance, the rings are a little bit larger in size, so you don't have to go as much. So you have to go less rings. So with a Machete, it's maybe 4-ish in that situation. But the biggest thing will be about the ball guide offset. So there's going to be about this much deflection, maybe 3 grids worth at least, 3 to 4 grids on a wind that large. So if you do bring Machete, you will be able to land up almost pin high. You can almost, that bounce just has to land maybe about 3 yards in front of the stick, which is a much safer shot because you don't have to land there down there by the fairway and potentially get the ball to bounce up, or back down that slope, which is, kind of the risk shot that I needed to play with that Nirvana. So keep all that in mind. That's what you'll want to give yourself the best opportunity to be able to get the eagle there. And just kind of, do the best that you can to get it up to that fairway. But at the same time, even if you're in the rough each and every time you play it, you're still going to have a reasonable chance. You'll just want to kind of hone in on that adjustment. On top of the adjustment, keep in mind that the ball guide deflection there, even if you go the proper number of rings, you're going to have at least, I would say, 3 grids worth of ball glide deflection. So you'll want to start your adjustment well to the right before going the correct number of rings. So good luck there, and I will see you guys on the next one.